For many U.S. homeowners, the primary residence often represents the largest asset in their overall portfolio and net worth. It often holds a large or maybe the largest percentage of sentimental value as well. So it's no wonder there are a lot of questions that come up about deciding what to do with the home as clients retire or as they age. So what should you do? What should you do with your home as you put together your financial plan? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back. I am Chris Briscoe, and today I'm being joined by one of our Wealth Trust advisors, Lisa Ashcroft. Lisa,
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're talking about the home, right? Home sweet home. It's where the heart is. We're looking to see, as we age, what to do with that home, right? When we're doing plans with our clients, one of the big questions, if not the biggest question that always comes up is, what do we do about the home? Do we age in place and then pass it to our heirs? Do we sell it and downsize? What about gifting it to our kids? What about putting it into a trust? There's so many different options, and it could be overwhelming, and it usually is because it's such a tough decision to make. It requires conversation, a lot of thought put into it. This is probably the biggest asset that you own, and it's a big investment, not only financially but also emotionally, right? The memories tied up in the home, the history of the home. You want to make sure you're making the best decision for you and for your heirs. So that being said, why don't we go through some of those options and talk about the pros and cons for each?
Sure. And you're right. It is a very difficult decision, and it's one that changes as your family changes and dynamics change. So there really isn't one, clear-cut answer for every family. It just requires a lot of ongoing discussion. And one of the main options is to gift it to your kids, or you could sell it to your kids while you're still alive. Well, of course, there is if you do that, you need somewhere to live. So there's that issue. But if you do that, it will get it out of your estate, and you will, that makes the process easier, and your kids can enjoy it while you're still alive. And some folks like to see that. It's important to them to leave a legacy.
And the difference between maybe selling it and gifting it is, if you sell it, you'll get the money, but if you gift it, you may need that money for long-term care or wherever you're going.
That's right, correct. And if you gift it, there isn't a step up in cost basis, so then your kids will have to pay the capital gains tax when and if they sell it. So, and that depends on if the kids want to keep it or, what they're going to do with it. So lots of things to think about.
What about just aging in place and keeping the home until you pass it through your estate to your heirs?
Sure, and that works too. I mean, you maintain control, you can live in it, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want as things change. If you want to downsize, if you need, that's a big benefit to it. If you pass it through your heirs, it'll pass according to your will, so then you'll know exactly where the money will go. There won't be any family disputes, that sort of thing. You will get the step up in cost basis, so you won't have to deal with capital gains tax. The only issue with waiting until you pass is it doesn't have any kind of asset protection in case you need to go into a nursing home, and that can be done through a trust, which is the last option, is to create a trust. And some folks get a little, it's a little complicated and they're not really sure. It's an overwhelming process, but really, simply put, you transfer ownership of your house to an irrevocable trust, which makes you give up control of the asset, and then the trust owns it. So then you can, if you go into a nursing home, if you do, you won't have to count that as an asset. And if you do it 5 years before you go into a nursing home, that's the look back period, it won't be counted as an asset. Yeah. So in theory, you could qualify for government care, have your care paid for, and pass your family home to your heirs tax-free the whole way through. So,
is there a best option?
I mean, the most common option typically is the trust, because it sort of checks all the boxes. But you have to set up a trust, you have to hire an attorney, but it's not that hard. But it does it is this typically the best way.
And I think that no matter what direction somebody's leaning towards, it's important to have, as you mentioned, the conversation. Talk it over with your spouse, with your family, with an advisor. Map out what could happen if this, then that, and make sure you have that plan in place. And with the 5-year look back, it's important to know when you do the plan, things change. Your financial situation, your health, your family dynamic. You may think you want to leave the house to your kids and they move away, and next thing you know, they don't have any need for the house.
Correct.
So it's important to make sure you're updating your plan, revisiting it as your situation changes.
Right, correct.
Lisa, all good stuff. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
And to you, the viewer, thanks for watching. Remember, there are multiple options when trying to answer the question of what to do with your home, but you have to find the best decision for you and your family. If you have questions about your home and how it fits into your overall financial plan, don't hesitate to reach out. Visit our website, meetgerard.com. On there, you'll find contact information for myself, Lisa, and the rest of the team. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.